The Square Ball Podcast.
Hello, welcome to Propaganda, brought to you with Levite Solicitors, 10% discount on your legal fees at levisolicitors.co.uk/The Square Ball. Dan, Michael and Rob with you on part 2 of the show. This is where we talk about the opposition fans. Do we want to hear from opposition fans? And we'll also see what else is going on in the world of football. Less about what's been said about Leeds this week, more about wider world, I feel, is going to be more fun.
Part of the problem as well was we're trying to look for what they're saying about Leeds, but Arsenal fans are all just talking about top 4 and preoccupied with themselves. Selfish.
Right.
Typical bloody Big Six selfish people. So, yeah.
Can we blame London as well? Is there...
Yeah.
Fine.
I don't see why not. I mean, there's a lot of Leeds fans in London too. They're all right.
Yeah, but they know, they've got a sense of what's out there.
True enough.
Yeah.
But it might be our last chance to listen to Arsenal Fan TV for a bit if we go down, and that's a shame.
I mean, there is a genuine question about what we do with propaganda if we do go down, because it might be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, there aren't like a dozen Wickham YouTubers live streaming the games.
Perhaps we just have to laugh at like football in general in propaganda.
Yeah, we'll have to probably rethink the format a bit. There'll be some teams you can do it for.
Yeah, if you just keep following the Premier League and think, thank God we're not there anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That other thing over there with all the millions of pounds.
Yeah.
Terrible. Right then.
So this is from the Arsenal Fan TV watch along. You've done professional broadcasting, as I suppose you do
Professional is doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
But you know about people talking over each other is not a good thing, don't you?
No. We sometimes do it, and it annoys us, doesn't it? But it's the way it goes.
We try not to, though, don't we? We try to leave space. Yeah. Whereas Arsenal Fan TV, this is their reaction to watching a replay of the Ailing Red.
So rather than enjoying any misery from the other team, we're just critiquing them talking over each other. Take whatever you can get.
That's a red. That's a red card. Come on, man. Are you crazy? Oh my God. Come on, bro. What about yellow? My bad. That's a red.
I don't know what point they were trying to make.
I think they feel it was a red card.
That became evident from them all shouting.
Which it was. I don't know why they were all appealing to each other, all saying the exact same thing. Weirdly, there are only 4 people on the sofa there. It sounds like there's
about 7 or 8.
It sounds like there's at least like a dozen people there.
I'd have described it as a gaggle of people.
I imagine, and there must be people behind the camera shouting as well, just in case the people on the actual show weren't making.
Have we got people behind our cameras?
Quite enough noise. Not quite. There's McKen Bates from Wyoming cutout.
Shall we go get him?
Up there.
Let me go get him.
He's there. That's as near as we get to a human presence in this studio.
There we go.
There he is. He's still here. If you're on the YouTube.
Crowdies, remember those? That was fun, wasn't it?
Promotion. You saw Leeds United promoted this guy.
Yeah.
So that was good. I don't know what we can do. In fact, we're doing the old charity walk, aren't we? If anyone wants to make an offer for charity for this, feel free.
If you're on the audio only version, this is the crowdie that was put into Ellen Road when we were all locked out by COVID. It's the head of Councilman Ken Bates, who is a councillor from Wyoming.
Now no longer elected councillor.
Yeah. So former councillor Ken Bates shared the name with the former chairman on the body of Vern Troyer.
Correct.
No longer with us, sadly.
I thought it was yours.
How dare you?
Your outfit though, right?
Yes, of course, yeah. So yeah, if anyone wants this, I will bring it to you for a fee for charity. I'll deliver it to a house or pub of your choice within a reasonable distance. It's quite a thing
within the West Yorkshire conurbation.
Yeah, something like that.
Fair enough. Right, let's get back to the clips then. Rafinha talk.
This was quite interesting actually. This bit. There's several characters on Arsenal Fan TV, and this guy Turkish.
You mean characters as in?
No, no. Well, there's some of them. There are some of those characters too, but I mean in the more conventional sense.
Right.
Robbie seems fairly sane, the main guy, and there's a guy called Turkish who seems fairly sane, and he's the one talking here about Rafinha.
Rafinha's gonna get. He looks like he's about to punch.
Rafinha's on a yellow.
I'm like, nah, bro, you're sending me back to the favelas.
Phillips is getting me on, man.
You know what this guy? You know what Rafinha's doing? He's acting. He doesn't. He wants to seem like he's really trying.
He's passionate.
He's acting. What's it got to do with him? Why is he acting all like shut up?
That challenge was awful.
What game was it?
That challenge was awful.
He just wants Leeds fans to be like, he cares, because he's going to be off in a couple of weeks.
Do I think that Norwich?
He's going to be off in a couple of weeks.
What, to another club?
Of course he is. Rafinha this summer, stay up or go down. He's gone.
I mean, that's probably true.
That is true.
I mean, that's the great thing. We won't get to see Rafinha, the best player we've had in how many years do you think?
at least 20 probably.
Best player we've had in 20 years. His final act at Ellen Road will be playing right back.
He might get sent off.
Well, yeah, in fact, that'd be a hell of a good way to go, wouldn't it? If actually we do go down against Brentford, I want to see us go down with him 2-footing somebody at chest height.
Thomas Frank, maybe, on the sideline. Just does him in. But yeah,
I don't think he's acting, is he? I think he cares a great deal. He hates losing, as we saw against Man City. He looked bereft, didn't he, at the end?
I think it's also like the only way you can influence a game at the minute is just moaning at the ref, because he doesn't really get to touch the ball or take anyone on or do anything fun. So
I think he's expressing his frustration with a few things, probably. I feel like, when you're in a bad mood and a little thing can trigger you, and it's like, it's not really about that.
And I think
the thing I'm cross about. I feel like Luke Ehling's red was just the tip of what he was annoyed about.
I mean, this is a guy in his mid-20s as well. I mean, you've still got hope in your mid-20s, and you feel like the burning injustices of the world. You haven't quite given in at that point, have you? Where you just let it all wash over you and shut out the external world. That's a guy who still cares. Is what I'm saying. That's all. I just think it's his passion,
and he shouldn't.
Yeah, it's easier to be numb, is what we're saying.
He should meekly accept a relegation like Paul Butler.
Right then, next clip.
This is the corner that we won and the goal we scored, because we might as well at least hear a Leeds goal.
Yay!
They've had no shots. Leeds. They've had no shots. They shouldn't.
The Leeds fans, that's why they're celebrating. Look at them.
One corner. Look at them. Keep swinging your shirts, lads.
Isn't it?
I can just say, just while that dips in volume, while they're just waiting for the corner to be taken, I'm enjoying the fact that they're laughing at us at this point, because we know what's to come here, don't we? Admittedly, we lost, but here we go.
Oh no!
Look at that. You see? You see that? You see that? Look at that.
Poor.
You're letting it. You see that?
Conceding from a corner, and no one was marking him around the back. That's poor. That is absolutely poor.
We need to score some more
Switched
goals,
off.
Come on, Arsenal, man.
Lorente.
They all
better
went
not
to front
throw
post.
this away,
Zonal.
man.
Tommy.
Yeah, but who's got back
Tommy was the
post
last man.
No, they've all left.
Oh my gosh. Zonal marking.
Yeah, the old zonal marking.
The old zonal marking. not the man marking for them that's the problem, it's the zonal.
All right.
You do just blame whatever's not there, don't you, on a corner? It's like, men on posts, if it goes in the post.
Where's Chris Fairclough?
Why just someone stop it.
Right, that's Arsenal then, is it?
Yeah, fuck it. That's enough of them.
Yeah, I mean, how many videos did they do?
Oh, like hundreds. They're all just 4 minutes long and saying, it's good, in it, top 4, you'll beat Spurs. It's going to be fun. They don't either want to get in the top 4 anyway. They're not going to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
It's just reminded me, my mate who's an Arsenal fan was texting me before the game saying, I feel sick about these last few games. I thought, fucking hell, mate. Like, do you want to swap positions here? You having me on?
Yeah, we might. Well, actually, to be fair, it's exactly the same as us staying in the Premier League. It's like you're desperate to get into a competition that you know you can't win anyway.
It's just about the level of money you want to get, isn't it?
Oh, well.
Pointless, isn't it? Soon be dead. Right. Wider world of propaganda.
Let's hear some of the misery then. So this is good. So this is Talk BFC. He's quite drunk, this lad. Well,
who's the BFC in question? Burnley Football Club. At one point in the stream, he says that Weghorst is literally taller than his nan. He's got it all confused. He meant to say something big, but instead he said his nan. I think he meant like his nan could have scored it, but then he said that Weghorst should have won the header because he's taller than his nan. It's like, well, he is 6'8". That would be a big nan. Yeah,
to be
big.
To not be
absolute monster grandma.
So anyway, he doesn't have a gigantic grandma, and he's just talking through their last games. And thankfully, he sounds like me and him would probably get on, to be honest.
Tottenham fighting for Champions League spot, and I think they are good enough to beat us at their own place. I feel like we'll lose that, so we lose that game. Aston Villa, a team that has just dominated us throughout the 90 minutes, put in a very good performance, and we lose 3-1 against, okay? At their own ground, the fans behind them, they're not really playing for anything. They're confident, they've beaten us before, they can do it again. I feel like we'll lose. Newcastle, a team that is on a very, very good run. We've already lost to them this season at their own place. They're on a very good one of the strongest forms in 2022. Why can't they beat us? That there is 3 losses. And maybe it's because the alcohol talking and I'm actually quite pissed. But and maybe we just lost. I'm feeling a bit down. And I always back the boys. I'm going to Tottenham away, but is this it?
He's feeling tired and emotional there, isn't he?
Sounds like my train journey home.
It is basically what I've been doing in myself. Just go, I mean, we're not going to get anything from that, are we? And probably, yes, probably.
What he said
Probably
there
the end.
is the reason why I cling on to a bit of hope. And as far as I'm concerned, it's flip of a coin now. It's 50-50. We might stay up, we might go down. But what he said there is the reason why I think we might just pip them if we're lucky. We might just do this by the bare bones of our arse.
A point might be all we need.
And I mean, because we've been saying for weeks, and this had actually low-key annoyed me over the weekend. I thought, well, okay, if Burnley do lose all their games, we only do need one more point then to stay up, which will be the right way to do it if we're going to be Leeds United and properly put ourselves through it, through the mill. And then I got annoyed that would put us on 35, which is what we'd been saying all along, and it's what the club had identified as
Burnley just regressing to the mean, and it comes in,
and it actually
on
comes in
target.
exactly on target, and that annoyed me because they've put us through so much stress, the bastards.
Well, it's Burnley's fault.
Yeah.
If Burnley had the decency to just track at the level we expected, could be safe by now.
Right, onto the casual fan.
He's a scum fan. He's the man. He's a shouty Canadian bloke.
Right.
They obviously lost hysterically at Brighton, who are now the best team in the world again. This is them going 1-0 down.
Block the shots. Oh my god, man! Oh my fucking god! Block the goddamn shot! It's sick. It makes me sick. What the actual fuck, man? Every fucking time I bet on these clowns. When is the season over? 2 more fucking joke games. Oh god, Telej! What kind of and then you get muscled off! You're such a bitch, man! Fuck you! And it's the slowest shot I've ever seen in my entire life, De Gea. Oh my... And McTominay! If I see one more player... Maguire does this every game. If I see one more player do fucking this, I'm gonna lose it. Do not do this. Stop turning your fucking head. Grow a pair and block the shot, you Scottish fuck.
Cut off before the end there. Because it's out of respect for Phil Hay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'd like to think, obviously, Americans are coming in for a bit
It's Canadian.
No. Let me finish the
sorry.
thought, Michael. I was going to say the Americans are coming in for quite a bit of flack because of Jesse and his manner at the minute. But he's Canadian. I'd like to know from one of our Canadian viewers or listeners, what is the insult that Americans give to Canadians? Like, is it like moose fuckers or something like that?
I don't know what it is. Are they just sort of... Do they kind of mock them for being friendly?
Or French?
Canadians. Is that what they get criticism for? For having guns but not shooting people? Something like that?
Right.
Are we going to fall down some dangerous stereotypes here?
Well, I was going to say, I just wanted to back the question out there because I want to get, if we're going to get the insults right.
You socialist health motherfuckers.
Let's get it right. Okay, next clip.
So he's put money on this.
Right.
And when the fun stops, stop.
Come on, get this out. This is a goal. Kareka. Oh my fucking god, man! Fucking block a shot! I fuck you up! I'm never betting on these fucking idiots again, man. Like, I don't understand it, man. They back off. They back off. They back off. And they just let them shoot. It's over. It's over. There's no way we're winning now. Fucking waste of my money.
There we go. Another one that reminds me of you, Michael.
Gets quite emotional now.
Okay.
3-0.
They're so shit, dude. This is third. No way. Yep. 3. I'm fucking done, man. It's Brighton, man. It's Brighton. And it's 3-0. Like, when you lose to Liverpool 5-0, it's still fucking embarrassing. But yeah, it's Liverpool. This is fucking Brighton. It looks like I'm fucking crying right now. Which is from my allergies. But, maybe it is a little bit from this.
It sounds like that Christian Bale clip when he's on set and he's bollocking that director or whatever.
I've not seen that.
It's definitely my allergies. I want you to all know I don't experience real human emotion.
Except maybe I am crying. It's a nice touch of it.
Oh, dear me. Right, next.
Bit more scum. Flying Pig United keeping this completely in proportion, this final defeat.
Oh, they've given the goal, guys. They've awarded it. It's 4-0. The goal stands 4-0 to Brighton. What a humiliation, guys. Oh, my goodness me. Man United have been metaphorically swirled in the fucking toilet today by Brighton.
don't believe it. I don't believe what I'm seeing here. This is the one. This has got to be the worst fucking result in the Premier League history in some ways. It's right up there.
I'm willing him to breathe.
The worst Premier League result in history, that one. Meaningless game, end of the season. Just chill out, lad. It's fine.
It's Brighton. Yeah.
It's Brighton. I mean, it is Brighton.
It is Brighton. Okay, what we got next?
Just him. He continues being upset, and he invents a new trophy for the Football League to play.
Why are they all shit? Why have they caught the fucking disease? I don't get it. Don't fucking get it, guys. These fucking Brighton players making our Champions League World Cup winners look like fucking St. Johnston fucking paint trophy winners.
St.
Johnston paint trophy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Anyway, City across the city.
They don't know they're born. Any of these pricks just do not know they're born.
I don't think either of them are from Manchester. Some clips of this have done the rounds already. But City Extra, our friends from last week,
sick in a bin,
all that stuff,
bro.
They obviously had quite a hysterical evening against Real Madrid.
What I will say about City Extras, it is worth finding them on YouTube and watching them, because I couldn't place what they looked like, and then I went onto YouTube and they don't look like that.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. I expected it. I don't know. It was too glossy, and they sound quite street. They're trying to sound street, aren't they?
Bro.
Yeah, all that. Anyway,
he says bro a lot, doesn't he?
He does, bro.
But this is 83 minutes into the Champions League semi-final.
Oh,
happier times.
This was funny, wasn't it?
Well in Rodri again.
Come on, Blues.
Rodri is dominating this midfield.
This is phenomenal performance here from City.
Rodri is absolutely dominating.
Yeah, this is honestly a stunning performance. I know it might not be prestige or whatever.
Not like, I mean, it's not like the first like a blockbuster, but it's a shift.
It's a mature performance.
Yeah. It's about to turn into a blockbuster, isn't it? You know what's coming.
87 minutes, it's still going well.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's worth saying that in that tie, it was pointed out, wasn't it, that they were leading in that tie from pretty much the second minute of the first leg all the way through into injury time in the second leg. So Madrid were effectively behind in the tie for all that distance.
I mean, at this point, Madrid are still waiting to have their first shot on target, aren't they?
Yes. It reminded me a lot, actually, watching that game of us against Derby in the playoffs, in that Man City were the better team for like pretty much all of it, but then something happened.
Yeah, and you still can't explain.
But this is 87 minutes, still enjoying it.
Oh, good.
City come forward again. Jack Grealish on the left-hand side. Gundogan on the overlap. Jackie Grealish. Jack Grealish! Oh, it's just wide! Just past the post.
Grealish is tearing Real Madrid apart.
Oh, he loves this, doesn't he, Jack Grealish? Oh my days, he absolutely puts Carvajal on the floor. It's another great save
from Courtois.
It's going in.
It's going in. It's just a save.
Courtois keeping Real Madrid in this tie, but there's only minutes left.
Oh my God, Grealish has come on and done bits.
They're really leaning into the Mancunian thing.
What, calling him Jackie Grealish as well?
Yeah, all right. He's crossed that Rubicon, has he now?
Well, he did do bits. He didn't do many defensive bits, did he?
No. For £100 million, you want a bit of defence. I mean, Rafinha, for example, doing loads of defensive bits at the minute.
More than he'd maybe want to.
So it's all going well for them, which I'm pleased about. They seem to be having a jolly nice time.
But then.
Got the ball,
still got the ball here. Pops it off. Camavinga. Scoot the ball in, back post to Benzema.
Goal.
It's a goal. Fuck. Oh my God, it's a goal. It's 1-1.
No, not like this. Real Madrid have scored, they've equalised, but they still need one more.
Oh my God, not like this.
It almost went a bit too unlimited there, didn't it?
Not like this. Not like this. Exactly like this.
Oh, them chances that we had to kill the game, bro. Mendy in the box, back post. Carvajal crossing position. Puts the ball in. Oh no!
Oh my God.
No! Nah, man, you've melted, boys. You've fucking melted. Oh, bro.
Pain.
Oh.
I can't believe it.
Fucking hell.
There's a lot to not love about Real Madrid, isn't there? Let's face it. But to see Man City do that, you have to laugh, don't you? Particularly because they dicked us a few days before.
Have you seen the clip of Tevez and Aguero doing like a live watch along on Argentinian TV.
Oh no!
And when the equaliser goes in, Aguero sort of storms off. He sounds like that guy just sort of shouting "No!" And Tevez is quite clearly trying not to piss himself. It's amazing.
That is hilarious, because it was like one of the South American commentators, but in reverse. That was it. No, the Mancunian. No, I can't believe it. Consuelo.
I mean, it's good to remind ourselves that even at the very top end of the game, there's almost unimaginable pain.
Because I think that's one of the things that I found really disheartening about like playing Man City. It's like there's almost because that gulf to the top is so far, and you get into the Premier League and you think, well, it's almost impossible just to get a foothold and establish yourself in this division, let alone. I mean, how far away do you think I mean, like you look at Newcastle, for example, who went to Man City at the weekend, got dicked, what was it, 5? Which is more than us, we should say. And they've got all the money in the world. And they're, 5-10 years behind them?
Depends how quickly they can spend the money, I suppose.
So it just made you think, well, how far behind are we?
The thing is, Newcastle are in the same position Man City were in at the start, where you have to buy players who are kind of going to improve you, but aren't yet brilliant, because Champions League players don't want to come to you in the first place. So you get through like some Jolene Lescott types at the start of it, because you're like, well, kind of better than what we've got, but ultimately we're going to try and replace these people.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money, doesn't it? And you just know that the current like top clubs are all going to do everything they can to pull that drawbridge up to make sure that the regulations prevent Newcastle from spending too much.
Until eventually Newcastle get there themselves, then they will be the ones trying to pull up the drawbridge as well. They'll be like, yeah, that's enough. That's enough rich owners for now. We're going to, we should call it a day at this.
Sounds like Chinese Maoist agriculture.
Yes.
Mad old world, isn't it? But yeah, it is nice just to remind yourself that, they do get put through the same shit that everybody else
Whether it's
does.
losing a League One playoff or a Champions League semi-final,
it still really hurts.
You can be very upset.
And it's funny for other people.
But then by the time the penalty comes around, acceptance. That's what we're talking about.
Penalty. Penalty for Real Madrid. Nice. Sick. Game over for me. Fuck's sake, man!
Gets the ball. It's no pen. It's no pen.
Looks like a pen to me. Penalty, bro.
Oh, it's a pen.
What a joke. What a joke. We've absolutely crumbled. Crumbled, man.
Brilliant. Spend another 100 million. That's what you need to do.
200 million. They're getting Haaland, aren't they, for that?
Yeah. Have you seen the rumoured agent? I know Mino Raiola has obviously just died recently.
Twice.
And which is an expensive old dude, 2 funerals. R.I.P. He was getting something like the commission that was going into that, and I presume it's still going to the agency. Something like 70 million euro or something, isn't it, daft?
Ridiculous.
So you've got the fee itself going to Dortmund, which is probably about the same again, isn't it? The release clause or whatever. And then agents' fees are going to, double it. Wow.
I mean, I don't want to know what Junior Firpo's agent got for that deal, to be honest.
A very nice day out, no doubt. Very nice day out. Well, there you go then. That's
the pain of others.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's what propaganda is about. It's not holding up a mirror to us. It's shining a light on other people's misery, and just a reminder that no matter how privileged and entitled or Mancunian you are, football still hurts, doesn't it, from time to time? And you can't win everything every year.
Or the Champions League any year if you're Man City.
That's funny. Yeah,
that is funny.
And actually, it reminded me, and it's a song that I'd forgotten about in all the other stuff that happened, is that we were singing to them "Champions of Europe." You'll never sing that, which proved correct in the shakedown midweek. So that's funny. Try again next year, won't they? Eventually, Pep will get fed up with it and go to a proper club.
He can't leave until he's won it. I think he'd probably desperately want to leave now, but he's like, people are gonna talk badly of me if I don't win this Champions League, so I will stick around until it's done.
Well, next week's propaganda potentially features Chelsea and Brighton. Any
relegating us potentially? Christ, we could be relegated by the time we next do one of these.
That's a
nice thought.
Or safe, or we could be safe.
Let's go for safe.
Could be safe.
Noted harbinger of doom, Michael Norman says we could be safe. Right. Well, there you go. Wraps up propaganda part 2 and the whole show for this week. Only 2 to go then this season, propagandas. So what do you think Brentford propaganda is going to be like?
Well, we need to preview Brentford first, and then we can have a episode talking about their reaction to the preview. I mean, I imagine we'll be very respectful towards them because they're a fine football club.
That's all to come before the end of the season. Thank you for watching and listening. We'll speak to you in a bit.
The Square Ball Podcast.